This is going to be a good project here. This is what happens when someone tries to paint over grease on a perfectly good stove hood, range hood. It needs replaced, and the price of replacing it for a 30-inch hood is kind of expensive. So what I'm going to try to do is to take this one down and come up with a design and improvement, hopefully, over what this one is, and still use the fan and light and all, maybe even improve those. We'll see how it goes. We'll see you on the other side. I just want to show you before we get going. This is the material that I'm going to use. It's a pre-finished white aluminum, 25 thousandths of an inch thick, 2 foot by 4 foot, and I'm going to make this cardboard template before I start cutting on the real thing. I can make all the mistakes I want using this. I'm going to change the design some and give it a try to see if I can get the desired height under my cabinet. I've already taken the old hood off to give me some idea of what it looks like, and we'll put this together and see. It's going to be hard to get a straight cut on this aluminum without getting it wrinkled. I learned a little tip a long time ago about sheet metal. Most thinner sheet metals, this is 25 thousandths. If you use a good razor knife and get a straight edge, I got a piece of aluminum I used, and tie it down real good on this shipping board that this metal came on. You can score it over and over and over until you feel that it's going to give. And if you try giving a little, let it give as much as you can without forcing it, and then it'll bend and break off. And if you bend it the opposite direction when you've got everything handled on one side, you just may find out that it'll break the other direction as well. I'm hoping that I can get this to break while I've got the video running. It's not going to do it, but I'll get it to break. I'll just keep on working it up and down until it breaks on my score mark. I just wanted to show you for real, working that score mark back and forth. I've got it to go about 40 degrees. I'm going to see if I can get it to break off while we're on the video. Okay, I've got the edge of the board there to help it, and we'll get its own weight and not force anything, and see if it'll break off. It's feeling more and more loose. And guess what? No wrinkles, straight line cut, just exactly what you need for what I need to do. Okay, I've got the template, cardboard template. I put it all together and just roughly get an idea of what it looks like. So I duct taped it over. I got more room than the old one, and I'm going to not put the switches in the front for the motor and the light. I will mount the light and the motor up underneath where you can't see, but what I'll do is probably put the switches on this one side over by the countertop. You can get a pretty good idea of what it looks like. I kind of like the design the way it is right now, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and use this. It looks good to me. I want to show you what I've accomplished so far on this project. I've got the templates transferred to the real material. You need to watch about these side templates. They're not exactly the same. You double check and to make them the same. You could actually use one and just do a mirror image of the other, but with this finish being on one side, you have to be very careful about what the outside and inside is. But it works good. Okay, on this old range hood. Okay, this one, you can see here where the switches are for the fan and for the light. With my new design, I'm going to come straight down and eliminate any switches on the front of it, and just remount those on the one end over where my cabinet workspace is. I need a cleanup on here. What I'm also going to do is reuse after I clean this up, of course. I'm going to reuse this back piece and only replace the side and the top that goes down towards the front. These wires and these wires and the switches will be moved to the end panel, and I'm going to reuse the mounting and this mounting frame for this old fan. You can see what it looked like here. This normally would go over this. Okay, so I'm just going to move it on to this side over here. Okay, I'm hoping this turns out real well. I need to mount pretty close so that this will get to the outside vent. I don't think it's going to be a major problem. Okay. Okay, I think we got everything. Alrighty. Okay, now is the time to see how everything fits together. I'm ready to mount it up with a little makeshift support as a third or fourth hand. I'm going to screw it into the cabinet, and as you can see here, I did put the switches over on this inside. I don't know if you can see them or not. Let's see if I can throw a little light on it. I guess you can see it. I can't tell. Okay, and under, I did have a chance to coat it with a little bit of appliance paint, just so that it had a sanitary look to it. Cleaned everything up the best I could, and I'm about ready to see how it does. Okay, all right. Just a note to self on this all-day 5-minute job: if you have wiring involved, before you install the hood, wire it up and see if you got everything correct, and then these little switches will work just perfect. Okay, I want to show you it looks pretty good to me. I think it's a lot better than what was in there, a whole lot better. Okay, I'm happy with it.